Hello gang, welcome back to Tweed Heads. Ham here, and if you missed the last live stream, we had a bit of fun, and thank you to all those that came out and were able to hang out at that time. We'll definitely do some more of that. But getting back into what we've got to do, we'll recap some of the stuff we did on the live stream, and then we'll continue on from that live stream as well. And if you did want to check it out, it is on the homepage under the live stream sections or in the playlist as well. But we did some great reworks of the main Tweed Head station just up ahead of us over there, and I did a lot of detailing, and we moved a heap of shipping around as well so we could make way for our new branch line that we're putting into our line that heads down south towards Kingscliff. So we're extending the sort of train line that reaches up here to Tweed Heads so we can get it all interconnected and interlinked. Right. Well, I thought the train might get to the station over there a little bit quicker, but it hasn't. If I just come here, let's do a little track right into it, because we did a little bit of changes in and around the whole place. Come on, Am, let's just speed up here a little bit. Here we go. Speed up a little bit more, but I've started doing some detailing in and around down here we can check out also. So just starting to get the town worked in a little bit, some grass, some weeding detail, not in the track, to the side of the tracks, and some fencing and so forth that will get put in more and more later as we go. But yeah, definitely a lot of fencing, a lot of like texture work in and around this this station. If we have a look now, you can see I've textured up, cleaned up, and just tried to make the port down here look a little bit more neater, tidier, giving it like its parameters, like what every section that's sort of around the place, if that makes sense. So sectioning the truck stops, the truck depot, more truck stops over here, retaining these these sort of exposed rails that were just here. So a lot of work like that. We've put in the passenger port here. It's the bare bones passenger port, which is going to have a marina also, so we'll have some parked yachts and so forth out here eventually too. What is it, December 14th 1943? Let's put that back up, because we'll head to 1944 shortly. So, just to catch you up a little bit, the ships come out of here now. The passenger ship comes out of here. It used to be over here in this little cove. And what would happen is Tweed South would ship up people into this little cove here and then back down. Well, what we've done is we've now put the cove here, well, the passenger port here, as you can see. It now comes down to Fingal Head, where we've built this both passenger and freight port just here, which is going to lean into Fingal Head's quarry over here and more import and export, because the only way to get to Fingal Heads at the moment is via ship. And so Tweed Heads South now diverts down here, and Tweed Heads and Coolangatta itself comes down here. So that's how they can sort of interlink and intertwine, which is going to leave us the ability today to be able to now put the line from Benora Point to Tweed South into Tweed Heads, right? And this is the branch line. We're going to just split off from here, and we're going to set up a station in town here, which we might have to just remove and resort the trams and set up a tram stop at the train station. So it's going to involve a little bit of kaboom zickies. Okay, now some of the detailing. Oh, and the train station. We opened up Tweed Heads train station, and we fixed this station halt up basically, and did some detailing down here. So you can see we have opened it right up. It used to have a building just here. The trains still come in. We reworked the whole train station, so it just looks a little bit more grand, like Tweed Heads should have a more grander station. And then yes, this is the sort of out front area where the buses pull in. And yeah, so and we threw our hat in the ring at this tunnel work just down here. Right, so we put a tunnel underneath, and I've got to do some more tunnel detailing over here that goes past there. We also put a bridge in. Oh man, we actually did a lot, didn't we? Well, look, top right hand corner of your screen right now, so you'll be able to check out that stream if you want to anyway. Okay, but yeah, a lot of detailing in and around, especially it's a lot of stuff that you can easily miss, but it's a lot of stuff as you're doing track rides and stuff, you just go, oh wow, oh wow, even to the point where there's like, we're starting to put fencing, barbed wire fencing in and around just under here to close off the port for the riffraff. Okay, cool. Should we get into it? We're going to need to get into it. Okie dokie. It's good to be back in the chair, on the air, and in the chair. So, first things first, let's just cite something here. Oh, by the way, I should come down here to Kingscliff because we did start doing some detailing down here as well. If you've missed it, we have started to do the detailing in and around this station also. Okay? Very, very nice indeed. It's coming along very chilled, very cozy, but I'm starting to like the feel down here, especially with this tiered retaining system that we're going to have, and there's going to be one up the back here also. And then we've got to sort out a bit of a better situation, I think, for the buses for this train station, but for the most part, this is basically the idea I had for here, and I'm kind of happy with it so far. Okay, let's get to the serious business of actually playing the game. Let me just adjust my armrest here because it was not up. It was, oh, now it's 2. I know you guys can't see that. Oh, that's comfortable. Okay, here, let's do a little citer here to see, because if we take a look at our town, we want to keep on this side here anyway. Our residents are over this side. We'll keep going through the industrial and the commercial zones. So that's totally fine. We don't have to worry about that, right? If we just take this, don't give me catenary, although we're going to have catenary soon. Did I miss the fact that we just got the big boy? Did I just see the big boy? Drop a comment down below if I missed the big boy just then. Okay, let's have a look at that. We're doing a citer here, Ham. Yeah, just do a citer for me. Now, just let me be aware. Is this a bad thing if we do a little bit of bridging first? I mean, what if you brought the station in? Oh no, don't be doing elevated stations. So it looks like your diversion is heading through this way. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We can bring it right through here. Then we can fix this bus stop, right, this tram stop right here. So we can convert this. We can change this whole area just here, I think. We're thinking, yeah. Just pop that out. Pop that out. I might have to do a pause here. We're gonna have to do a fair whack of blowing up here. Whack-a-moling, as they say. You know, that's everyone's favorite term for it. But I don't use the whack-a-mole term. I just use the almighty kaboom. Okay. Do we want to be taking out that many? Yeah, it looks like it comes straight through to you. Straight through to you. Straight through you. Straight through you. I'll get everything connected back up again eventually. I'm even going to redo the train. Let's redo this whole thing. Oh man, that's a lot of kaboomskis. Yeah, it had to happen. It's got to be redone. Now, have I inadvertently taken out some industries that I shouldn't have? Don't care. Okay, good to know that's how you feel, Em. That's how I feel about that. Take that one out too. I'll leave it actually. I will leave this on this side as well. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. And I know I've got the station just here, and we could have just brought people in and out. I don't want to. I like stations running through the middle of cities, industrial areas, that sort of stuff, you know. So, first things first, let's make sure we're not going to be derailing trains, which we're not. Are we sure? Well, we can always bend it, right? So we could actually, let's put the station in now, shall we? That road there is kind of annoying me. Okay, let's go with, well, we do have this era station comes in, and we haven't used this era station for a long time, actually. Don't go catenary yet. 160 is fine. 2 tracks, and we're going to building it both sides. Building it both sides? Yeah, I'm going to need more room in this. Ham's got to cook. Chef's got to cook. Right, you need to go too. Yeah. I know that's a lot of buildings. Just not concerned. I'm not concerned. Right. Let's have you like this. Give ourselves some room to build a nice sort of tram yard. That sort of sitch going on. Now, I don't know how I feel about these buildings. I think maybe we want to make it fall in line with maybe a slightly smaller version of our main Tweed station, you know, because this is still Tweed Heads South. I kind of want to take maybe a little bit of design style off Tweed main building. So let's go ahead and configure this station up before we do anything else like plugging in. So we'll get rid of that. Right. Yeah. Looks like, why didn't you just put in the other station first? Yeah, I probably should have. I thought I would use that station, but in the end, it kind of ugly. I'm going to be honest, it's kind of ugly. I've never really liked that one. I think the one I'm using is the... I think I was using Ambit. Yeah, I think we were using Ambit, weren't we? Yep. All right, so first you're going to need a platform, and the platforms are the... ones. However, we want to make sure you've got that, please. Yeah, I like the little like don't stand over the line bits, or the train will clip you as you come in, and you'll get bloody sent into next year. You know what I mean? Or you'll get sent into the netherworld, basically. And we're going that one. Right. Let's have. Now this is interesting. I guess we could mirror this. And what I did for the other one is we'll do that on this side. This side's not as big, but basically with this station, we had this cool little feature where we do this, and I really like it. Right? And then one on the outside. And then because this side's not as grand, because this side, in my mind, this side here is the one that faces all this town. So that's kind of why I want to give this one the grander entrance, and this one is just a slightly smaller entrance over here. Now, we could have a couple of like little buildings on the end. I don't think we'll bother, however. I don't think we'll bother. Okay, what about some... I don't think any of the toilet blocks match it though, do they? These are the small toilets. You put that in. I mean, sort of. What does it look like if you put it on that side? No, it's sort of the same. I'll add them. Yeah, okay, we'll go something like that. I won't give them a full-blown roof. Like, I think that's enough roof cover out there. Because what we can essentially do here, and I'm hoping... This is what I had a bit of trouble with last time. Where is our MISC here? We're going to need these, and I'm going to see if I can get you there and one under there. So they are, well, actually, that'll be fine. I think that's fine. Unless, because we want to cover that up, we go back to our AM. There we go. We get a little bit of roof over that. Yeah, I think that's quite, I think that's good. Because then our, what it's meaning is we've got roof cover over our tunneling, you know, for rain and such. Okay, so that's, these buildings are actually becoming my favorite very, very quickly. They just look tidy, they look neat, and the buildings themselves look great. Okay, let's pump in these. Eventually, we are going to have to go into electrification. Okay, so what we might do is we might just get our leveling tool here for a sec. Take you down to about that. Because I just noticed a heap of lumpy bumpy frumpies. Yeah, look at that. Luckily for us, though, it looks like it's on par and level. Yeah. Paint tool. Let's just paint. My new favorite paint at the moment, my paint of the month at the moment. Oh, I've hit caps. Is Gravel 3. Actually, just roll to it. Gravel 3 is my flavor of the month paint. And if you, Lucas, if you're watching, mate, not Gravel 17. Yeah, something like that. Yep. We're going in that sort of direction, right? We can clean up the paintwork later, but look, you think that's where the track's being worked on, so... okay. First things first, I like to sort of do that. We'll do something like this, I think. We'll get you out nice and straight, like that. Maybe build from that angle there. That's going to give me a nice little swoopy angle. So, are we going to be double tracking this bridge also? I have done some work up around here as well, up the side of this track. You'll notice that I've done some texture work, I've done some railing work, retaining work where all these rocks are so the rocks don't flow onto the track. I think we can double track this up to the bridge, but we don't really need to. We're only going to be running, well, yeah, because the trains will single down into here, pull into the station, so they're kind of going to have to wait for each other. The amount of trains on this service, I don't know yet. I actually don't know how many are going to be required. Potentially a fair few. But we don't really have the room for double track until you get to here. But that's not bad. That's not a huge distance from the train to there. Or like about here. But we have a look at this now. We sort of do something like that. Right. I can double track that. That's fine. Let's get you. Like that. Let's get you like that. Yep. Take you through there. Just make sure that level crossing went fine, and it did. Okay. Right. And that's going to allow us to go on that way with our freight trains. Now, are you going to be, interesting. Let's cut a little bit out of you there. And bend you into that one. So you're going to be the outside one. Out there. And you're not matching. Okay, so... let's make sure... better, but do you have a big dip there because of that? No, for the most part, you're right. You've got a kink, though. Don't we all? In the famous... no, not in the famous words of anyone, Ham. No kinks. This is transport fever, not kink fever. That's better. I've got what I want. I've got what I wanted. I just need it up that way a little bit more just to straighten out that track and get it up. Yeah, that looks great. There's no... look, you can see nah, it's fine. If you start nitpicking that much, you'll never get anything done. Okay, let's get the second... let's pull off that line this way now again. How do you feel about that? You feel pretty good? I know we haven't exactly followed our our gravel 3 there, have we? Lovely. Right, now the next bit here, this will be slightly trickier, I think, because we do have to go uphill. So, that diversion, by the way. Can we come off a little bit straighter? Like that. Yes. Yes, you're fine. Okay, good. Interestingly, you're going to come straight into that side, I think. Now we go back to single bridge and track here, don't we? Which I don't mind for the stations more so, but here's the thing here. We put this loop in thinking we were going to run steam trains, but we're not really running steam trains anymore. So I'm actually going to remove that. I guess let's see if we can do this. Build anyway? What does that do to us? It's fine. I don't see any problems with that. It's just fine. As long as it's not in the road there, it's not. We can retain that off. That's fine also. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. Now, this bridge, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to single track the bridge also. Now, double tracking is fine, but it is such a grand, large bridge that I think an undertaking of doubling it up now would take away from it. So we'll do something like that. I don't mind running, you know, doing stuff like this. Also, get your gravel 3. Bit large there. Clean up that mess. I probably don't need to use gravel 3 for that, but whatever, I am. And now here's the other thing. We're going to have to take you into number 1, into the left side. Yeah. That looks okay. We're going to have to we'll be doing the track right at the end, obviously, to make sure we don't have any horrors, as we always do. Track rides for 2 purposes, for fun and for making sure that we don't have horrors, so we can fix them up next time. Okay, that'll go there. Wunderbar. And I think what we'll do is we'll get you in like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's an interesting junction. That's an interesting junction, to say the least. Almost makes the freight one redundant now, like almost to the point where I might change up how the freight one works eventually. But essentially, maybe in the future, the bridge might get replaced, or because it might be old and run down, it might have to get replaced with a more modern one, and therefore then the bridge will get doubled up. Might make a good little bit of lore as well. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's a train that we can use also. Look at that, weeding. Look at me doing some weeding. Lovely. Oops. I spilt the gravel. I spilt the gravel. Okay. Excellent. Right. Well, that's connect. So that's step 1 done. Step 1 done. Now, step 2. How do you do? Let's just put a passenger service. We're going to go through and through. tram stop here. It only needs to be the one, because they're only coming through and heading back out. So go like that. However, let's configure you too. Just configure it. Do, 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 do. Can I upgrade this with tram later? Oh wait, it just did it then. Damn. Yeah. So it comes in, tram stop comes out. Beautiful. And you can see it right there. Cool. Let's get this sorted now, shall we? Should we be doing some tram? You know what? If the AI wants to upgrade its tram tracks, it can. I'm not the one to do that for it. Right, now, you can see here, this station is a problem. Now. Do I want to? Yeah, that'll be fine. And then it comes straight back into here. We can do that a little bit better. Right. Yeah. Okay. We might upgrade the trams too, put some newer trams on here. This here, where it says the station, it's worried about its station. So manage the line. So you're saying that, was it... no path electrical. Should have path up again. But I think the tram stop itself... Station, I think it is it the Crescent? Let's just make sure. What your Manchester Road, then it would be Crescent, then Highfield. So this one needs to go. Then after that one, we add this one. Hey! Using the power of brain on Monday morning. Okay. I went to the zoo yesterday. Had a great time with my brother and his partner and their little boy, my nephew. Australia Zoo. You know, Steve Irwin's old zoo. Good story is my parents used to run a big bus tour company. Did like bus tours all over Australia and stuff, and we used to partner with Australia Zoo. So I've actually met Steve Irwin a few times back in the day. I've got pictures with him and everything. So it was pretty sad the day that we lost old Steve-O. Okay, that's good, but the town is in shambles. So we're going to have to get some connections up. I do want to have a bridge in and some level crossings, because I think pushing into the future, you know, traffic is going to be a big concern. Not that I really care about the AI traffic. I'm not one of those people that cares. In fact, I'm more on the case of I want traffic because it's realistic. Because you name a government that is able to sort its traffic situations out. Well, I'm going to rephrase that. In Australia, name a council that can sort its traffic issues out, and I'll be on board, because none of them can. Can you? Let's go 1, 2, 3, because I feel like that should be enough. Yeah, I think that's a good spot just there. If we sort of take it from that road, the bridge doesn't have to be large. Won't go with that one. Give me something. Oh, I really need concrete bridges. Yeah, green bridge. Just that. Totally fine. Are we tramming that? No. We are not. In fact, you might be a little too long in the tooth there, but I think it'll be okay. Do you want to double that bridge as well? Yeah, okay, we'll double the bridge up. That is 65 meters in length. Now it's saying it's way too short. Let's try that again. 2, 3. Holes in the sea. C. Give me the green. Sure, we'll try it from there. I take ham. Yeah, Monday-itis, okay? Monday-itis. I haven't had coffee in a week now. Yeah, I don't like that little driveway you're putting at the front there. So let's say what are we saying? 65 meters. Just to keep this side even also. Yeah, okay, I can get on board with that and then plug that in. Better. Now, let's say we go back to this, and I'm going to say, hey, we're going to do the same at this end, where I just do that. Yay! I think that looks nice too. I think that actually came out really well. Good bridge. Good bridge. Yeah, good. And hopefully the buildings will build up all through here and stuff. We can sort of help the AI out by giving it like some little roads and such. We're going to need a road there also at the front. At the rear or the front? Give you bloody rear. Now, you had a little connection there, didn't you? Your connection went like this. No, it didn't go like that, Ham. It went like went a little something like this. Right, get you down there. Get you there and into there. Cool. Yeah, I don't mind replugging the roads back in so I can get something a little tidier. Now, I am actually going to run the level crossing here. Straight. Lovely. Like I said I was going to do. Bang. We can have a level crossing at this end and a bridge at that end. We can probably put more level crossings in. I don't really care for, you know, whatever. Level crossing is level crossing. Something I do want to potentially do, which we've got a flat surface here, which makes it kind of difficult. Mate, I can see you extending out here. You just plug in if you want to, buddy. You just do that, okay? You look like you were reaching out for it. Now, we've got this freight station here also. To fix up this industrial park that's going to happen here, let's go ahead and just get this sort of sorted out also. Okay, I'll go bish, bash, bosh. We can put more in later if need be. Just so I can fix this up. Let's try that again. Also, you are sunken down there, aren't you? Just use the smoothing gun. We don't need things to be perfect for residents and for roads. Roads do have lumpy, bumpy frumpies. Rails don't. You know, you could just do that for a bit, just to keep yourself nice and flat for a bit there, before switching to curve, doing that. Right. Cool. What we will do though is level off that terrain inside here. Keep our industrial, our freight yard nice and Attack. Cool. Oh, that's a fun road. That one I call what's that tool called? You know, when for cutting like reeds and stuff. I forget what it's called. Not like a scythe or something. Leave a comment down below. Handbrain not working. Need someone to educate me. Okay, that's fine. Totally. Yeah, I think it's looking a little bit tidier through here as well. Just the way the AI had it building was kind of atrocious. Now, how are you? If I went like this, would you be willing to jump on board? Or the most? Oh no, I wasn't going to do that. I had an idea. I wanted to try something. Where can I do said idea? I wanted it kind of in town. And it's sort of off the back of the idea I had, the idea of running the tunnel under the train station just here. But what I want is I want the tunnel to be a little more exposed. Maybe we should try it for this one, but maybe this all just came out really nice and neat, and I kind of don't want to do it. Maybe we will do it just here. Or maybe we can do, well, I've got this. Yeah, maybe I won't do it here. Maybe I'll save it for another train station. Essentially what I'm trying to do. Oh, okay, I'll do it. All right, I'll do it. I didn't really want to take that much train line off there either. Don't do it there because that just upset the apple cart for us. Can we do it maybe? The dog's just walked in. I always know when Hanky comes into the office because my desk faces the door sort of thing and I can't quite see him, but I can see this little tail poking up like an aerial. It just walks past the front of my desk and I know he's coming around to see me. It's very, very cute. Delete that one. Okay, this is how we're going to do this. This is how we do it. We've got water there. Oh, this is not going to work. Yeah, we're going to have to do it in another area. Yeah, bugger. I'll see if Benora Point has. Oh, actually, I know the perfect place we can do this. I want to test this out. Oh, well, maybe it won't work at Tweed either. Hang on. Maybe it won't work here because we're a bit low to the water level also. I've never really loved this junction, but people seem to be taking to it. I essentially wanted... Man, it's not going to work here either. I need somewhere that's kind of got a bit of a hill stitch to it. That's not going to work either. Look, I'm just going to have to bank this, shove it in my pocket for a later date, I think. Ah, damn, I was really keen to do that, this little underpass thing today. That's okay, we'll get back to it later. We'll keep it in the back pocket for another time. I'm itching to do it, so we'll be fine. I'll get it done eventually. I am going to slide this road. I've just been looking down here. So keep it parallel to there, and then just whip, womp, womp. Hey. Doesn't that look neat and tidy and stuff? Why don't you just do that to there? Shut up. Okay. So, no issues with the tram. It stops at the station. Yeah, we couldn't have asked for anything better there. We've got a lot of detailing to do around it. We just have to sort out getting the line into the station now. Can I just have a look at the lines? Oh, right. Well, excellent. We can pull you down straight into No Station. we can just slam you straight into that platform, and then it'll be all over the news. New rail station bombs as they didn't pick which thing to go in because they can't actually get into the station. We can get into this one and share this one. I want to use the middle one. The reason I did that was so this lane had the ability to get over there, but it does anyway. So can I get you now instead to divert? Nope. Nope. Like that. Oh, yes. Okay. I need to I got a really I got a frog in my throat. You know when they say you got a croak in your throat? That's what I got at the moment. When the croak gets beyond the joke. Try new buttermilk, or try new, is it? I forget that commercial. There used to be a commercial that used to be when the croak gets beyond the joke. And they had a person as a frog choking, and then he ate a buttermenthol. I swear it was a buttermenthol or a soother. I can't remember. Ate the soother, and then he turned back to normal. It was magic. It was incredible. Incredible commercial. Really, you know, Golden Globe kind of stuff. So you're not going to be able to be one way though. I think the train has to do its thing all the way to here. And if there is a hold up, it has to be here. But let's make sure we're running one way or another. Is that the right place to put that? Sure. Sure. We'll go another one. Yeah, and here. We'll also, because I have been forgetting to do this, I've been forgetting to put whistles over roads. And we got a lot of them. A lot of them. So we're coming that way. Don't think we need that too much. I'm going to probably eventually need one here also. Do something like that. The next step after we do these after we get these passengers linked up, right? The next thing we're working on is remember our goods, and I want to start pumping goods into these places because Tweed Heads South needs to be punched up, and not beaten up, not like a bully. I mean punched up as in give it a lift up, give it a facelift. Oh my gosh, I'm using all of the wrong analogies. We need to feed it and brick it. This is not getting better, Ham. We need to brick this one and tool it. Is that like a really bad accent for saying toilet? Tool it? Tool it? Oh. Right. Leave me alone. Right, let's do that. We're doing little whistles. Yeah, we got to do a whistle. Give a little whistle. Give a little whistle. Right, lovely. You can wait for you. You can do whatever you like. Yeah. Is that right? I think that's how we do it. No, you will wait for you. Someone will wait. Someone's going to have to wait there. I will do that. Yeah, I know that's going to sort of half stop it in the tunnel. I don't really care. And you can have one there as well. Okay. And then you guys are fine, and the rest is fine. Right, because our connections are Benora, Tweed, and Tweed. We're not worrying about that. There is a get off and get back on these ones, okay? Also, yeah, there we go. Also, I probably want to update this train station to fall in line with the other two. Now that I'm sort of looking at it. Because I want these train stations to kind of be matchy-matchy. Interestingly though, do we want to check that to make sure that the passenger buildings are going to fit here? Which they are not. Bugger on toast. I can move the road. I can see what's happening. What? They don't have a clue. Who? I'm talking about chat. The one you're talking to. Do you like my Disney singing? Singing The Lion King? Weirdly though, I once performed Simba in a live performance. In a Lion King live performance. Back in the day when I used to do stage and theatre, and then I moved into film and TV. And then I went to the Navy and ruined my acting career. So that was that. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I know you're upset. Whatever. We've got to get what we want. What I want is starting 3 from the edge. I don't think this one needs to be as. I mean, Benora Point's kind of. Yeah, it's kind of cool down here. Let's give him a grand entrance. Why not? Yeah, see what you've done there is I think we're a little bit off with our. Pick the central spot, and we'll just have to go from there. I think 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm going to put buildings on this side also to mirror. Come on, autosave. We'll mirror this one up because it just looks good mirrored. And it gives our people cover to stand under. Yeah, I like that. And then, look, people can stand out here if they don't want to. And then I'm going to move these. Be under there. Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm much happier with that. Okay. We're going to give them a toilet block. Yeah. People got to pee. People got to pee. And we don't make them go behind the tree. The pea tree? That's the term petri dish. That's how it came up. Pee into this dish, please. Petri. If you believe that, there is something seriously wrong with you. Don't believe that. Don't believe a word I just said. Okay, that was a lie. It was a vicious lie. I am going to build you anyway and get you nice and tight on there. You probably could have done something a little bit better for that bus stop, but... Because the people have to walk, don't they? Yes, generally that's what you do when you get off a bus. You walk. If you don't, you just crumple onto the ground. Imagine that. Imagine seeing that. People just get off a bus and they just start piling on top of each other, crumpling. Oh dear. Right, can we check the line? All right, brilliant. So, oh man, what's wrong with you, Ham? How many buses have you got doing this commuter? Oh, you got enough. Okay, we should be right for lifting and shifting. Let's get a line on here. Let's get a new line. Keep you bright green so I can see what I'm doing. Right, your station will be 2. Brilliant. You're gonna come into here? What? Why have you already chucked a banana about that, game? What the heck? Yes. I don't know why it's oh, have you chosen? You've chosen the wrong station here. You should be on Ham FM. No, now you got to be on one. My gosh, pull your head in. No, I don't need to do that again. All right, so wherein lies the problem here? Let's shoot up. No, I see the problem. We haven't given you. Oh, Ham, it's a very basic problem. That should have sorted that. Well, maybe I have to redo the line because the line will be like, oh, no. Okay. Okay, so that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, divert there, switch there. Through here, through here. Yes. Where are you saying? Not connect all stations. The crescent? Oh, hang on. Are you... Why are you called the Crescent, by the way? Is that the name of the road? Huh. The Crescent. Sure. Oh, let's roll with that. Good one. Good one, AI. Let's just try this again now that I've fixed that. Sometimes just a little reset. We'll go from this side this time. Actually, no, we'll go from the other way. The other way is fine because then it tells the station where I want it at Tweed Heads. Right, try that again. Now you're definitely on 2. That's right. Now you can swing out that way. Come up here. Bridge, da-di-da-di-da, yep. And then you come into here. Yes, I switched it to the wrong station. I just realized what I did. No, and then well, look, here's the thing. You can come into that one. That's fine. Here's what I'm going to say. No, I want it on this. I want it on this inside platform. I want all 3 platforms working. So let's go with 3. Are you 2 maybe? Yeah, you're 2. Okay. Well, actually 3 would have given it on this platform also. No, that'll be fine. We'll leave it like that. And then you come back through the crescent / Tweed Heads South. Great. Love it. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it was my fault in the beginning, everyone. As you might have known, someone would have picked up on that. Right, that's pretty much our point to point. We're going to be calling this Tweed. No, we'll call this Benora connection. We'll call it the Tweed Heads Benora band connection. Okay, call it that. Tweed Heads Benora connection. Great. We should have called it. We should have called it. What do they call it? We should have called it the Crescent. The Crescent. That was such a random thing. The Crescent. Are we happy with that? For the most part, at the moment. Sure. We're going to have to purchase some trains to get them on that. Ooh. Lovely. Tell your mother. Where is it? It's down Heather and yonder. I've still got to do all the work over here. We've got a lot of detailing to do over here, that's for sure. Let's purchase a couple of trons. You know, you could have run the Rotofels, which I love the Rotofel. I think it's a great chain. By the way, I think... Steam. We now have the ability, I think I have it here. Oh, no. There's a great train by Joe Train that comes out in 39, which I've got to get it. I'll put it in the game for next time so we can... I'm actually going to upgrade... I'm going to upgrade a bunch of trains. We'll do that next episode. Please remind me to upgrade the Tweed line, the main one up here for our passengers here, with our new trains, because we're going to upgrade all these trains next time. Please put a reminder in the comment section down below so I don't forget. But the big boy's in. Oh, I love this train. Ugh, such a good train. Yeah, and if you remind me, that'll remind me to put Joe Train's actual train that we can use in this era, which is going to be a cracker of a train. Okay, let's, we're just running. We are running what? I think we're just running the M300s for the moment, aren't we? Yeah, so I want to do that. And then I want to do... Can we... I've got green ones on the other one. Am I happy to keep these ones maroon? Yeah, I think I am. These are an interim train anyway before we're going to put something better on them. Yeah, okay. We're going to go with one to begin with. I think this one runs 3 trains on it. Right? And all 3 of them are going to go on the TH band connection. Right, we hit play because we got no issues. And we say, hey, thanks for hanging out today, everyone. Oh, toot. And I say, thanks for hanging out today, everyone. Thanks for being here. And yes, we're back in the chair and on the air for some Transport Fever action. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm doing a few episodes recording, and then we'll jump into a live stream where we can do some detailing, hang out, chat. And that's how we're going to sort of run these sessions going onwards, okay? Because I think that's a good mix. And it's really enjoyable playing Transport Fever live with you guys, because I can get a... I can just hang out and chat with you guys, detail, laugh, and you guys have some really great tips, tricks, hints, and all sorts of cool stuff that you can tell me live as well. Not only that, but we did a map tour of Billy's Bluff. Does anyone still here remember our playthrough of Billy's Bluff? We went and jumped into that and checked it out the other day. It was a little bit of fun, also reminiscing, because I needed to go in there and I've got to go back in there and pull a heap of mods that I used in that playthrough that I want for this one. Eventually, and I didn't even do that. Eventually we just started doing train rides on it. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Enjoy the track ride. I'll be back for some more Transport Fever. I'll be back for some more Transport Fever action very soon. Stay safe, stay good, use screen. Please leave a like in the comment section down below. And please remind me of the Joe train I need so we can replace our other trains next episode. Stay safe. Get out of here.